Hi guys, Owen here from LES. So in this video, we're just going to cover store point options in the dig screen. So basically what we can do is if you want to sort of track your progress, say for as-built purposes, of how the job is going. Say if you're doing a bit of a roading job or a stretch of road of a morning time, if you took a number of points you tracked along that section of road you're working on, if you took points along that road, that would automatically save onto the panel. And then you could the next day or 2 days later do the same, take a few points on the same section of road, and it'll obviously give you the difference in height that you're after sort of progressing along. It's handy in that sense, but I'm just going to go through that today. So again, we're on iCON 3D. This would be your home screen on your panel. So we're going to go into dig. So this is the model we're using. It's road model test LES. So as you can see, it is a bit of a road job. So again, if you want to leave those triangles on, there's no harm. We're not working to a line here as such, like you were in guidelines. So it doesn't matter where you are on the machine. Obviously, you can take points anywhere you want. It's going to record them. So let's say, for example, we're going to go into tools, see store point options, second one down. So what we're going to do is remove that. Let's say this is all going to be blank. If you haven't actually done any of this before, this is all going to be blank. So this is what you're going to see, okay? So what we need to do is name a coordinate file. So hit the N button. So let's say we're just going to do LES road test manual. Okay. So that's as you can see, it's a .geo file. Okay, that's what we're going to select. Point name. So say if you wanted to do, you could put the date in. If you're doing that, you can put a date in, and then a number. So what we do, say if we done today's date, 17. And then if you put the number 0 after whatever you put in, so basically what that's going to do is, the more points you take, it's going to number them 0. So if you done 10 points, you took 10 points, your first point is going to be 0, second point is going to be 1, third point is going to be 2. So basically if you just put in the date and the no number after, it's just going to name them all the same date. I'll show you here, the same name, whatever you put in. So this is giving us our coordinates at the moment in real time. The machine is slightly tracking on the simulator, so you expect to see that. So if you want to just see this green measure button, so that's active. You're able to use that there now. Okay, so because you have these two filled in, you're able to use that. If you want to just have that in the dig screen, the run screen, you can select that tick and then come back out. So you see that the measure button is there now. So let's say we're just going to take 5 points. So select that 1. Now it's not going to show these points on the model until I select that GEO as a help model. We'll do that there now in 2 minutes. That's 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, and I'll just show you the number going up. Okay, store points. You see now we're on 3. So we've gone 0, 1, 2. So now our next point is going to be 3. And we go back out and we take that point. That's 4 points we've taken, and we take one more. There you go. Okay, so that's 5 points we've taken. As you can see, the next one will be 5. So we've gone 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so what we can do with that, if you want to see these points, you can just exit back out of that. So what we named that geo file was LES road test manual. So go into settings, surface, scroll across to help models. You're going to select coordinate file, okay, and then list of .geo. So this is the one, LES road test manual. So select that, add it in, So now from that, you'll be able to see those points that we've just taken. So we're going to dig. So there they are there. The machine is a bit away. So basically what it does is I have that on a stretch of road. When it reaches the end of that stretch of road, it just jumps back up to the start again. So there's those 5 points we've taken, okay? You can't really zoom in until the machine gets there to see them. So what you can do as well, if you wanted, we've named them all, obviously, if you wanted to show that the name of them, you could go into store point options, spanner, draw name of points, okay? You could change the color of the points as well. Say you want them to be green, just totally up yourself. Out. Okay, so there's the names. They're all sort of jumbled together. So you can see the date and then 0 to 5, okay? So that's the 5 point safe. That's over a longer stretch of road that you've done that. So that where that's gone is if you go into the exit out of that, go into tools, go into file manager, okay? So the project we're on is LES test. Select that. And then this will show you all the files that's in that project. So we created this LES road test manual.geo, okay? So you can select that. On this menu, you can only edit the .geo files. So if I select a .lan or say a .trm, DXF say, can't edit it. .trm, there you go. You can't edit it. So you can just delete them. But if you select the .geo, that one there, you can edit. We're going to go into the manual, the one that we just done. So you can go into edit. And basically, it'll show you there's no lines. You've no lines on it, so you can select points, and it's going to show me those 5 points that I've taken. Okay. So there's the name. So we've done today's date 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's 5 points there. It's giving me my northings, eastings, and the height on them all. Let's say, for example, if you were just taking 1 point, say there was a point of interest for whatever reason, if you thought there might be a buried service or anything like that, you could drop your bucket down, tip of the bucket on the surface, take that point, and you can put in a remark, say mains, if you wanted to just to highlight it. So then when the engineer sees it, obviously you'll have warned him, but he'll know that there is a potential issue there. Okay, so you can put in remarks and stuff like that. So what's going to happen is then, so those points have saved onto the system, onto that file. So when you go to sync your USB stick again, so let's say the engineer is giving you another model or some file to work with, you put your USB into the panel, USB sync, that's going to take those points off the panel. It's going to keep them on the panel. It's going to duplicate them, put them on the USB, and then that engineer, your engineer, can put in the USB into the laptop, and then it will show him those. He select on those points. It will show him all the coordinates of those points. Okay, so that's what will happen then with the file transfer. So if we wanted to do, so that's a manual. I put it in as manual for a reason. So that's manual point taking. So what we can do again is store point, tools, store point. We're just going to remove this for the moment. We don't even need to, we can just remove that. So that's store point option. So it's page 1 of 2. If you want to scroll across to page 2 of 2, this is auto logging. So you don't necessarily have to click that the measure button. So say there's different options as to what you want to measure by. Say you want to measure distance, okay? So we want to take a point every 2 meters, as you can see here. That's fine. Okay, so point file we're going to add in. So it's .csv, as you can see here, that you can change that. So we're just going to name a file. Say we'll do LES road test auto. Okay, save that. And point prefix, we'll do start at 0. Okay, so you have a couple of other options here. So record and auto, yes. Show points and plan view, that's what we want. Use external buttons, won't worry about that. So these measure points, so basically that tick is set to center. So I'm only going to take 1 point every time I log a point. Okay, if I had the 3 of these selected, I would take 3 points every time I logged. Okay, or if you just select reference, whatever your bucket reference is set to, which mine is at center should be, it'll take it from that point to the bucket. So it's totally up to yourself what you need to do. Okay, so we're going to exit out of that blue arrow. As you can see, we have this yellow tab down here. So my bucket reference is the center. So you can see the tick is in the center of the 3 squares. If my bucket reference was the right side of the bucket, you have a black tick in the right box. If you had them all selected, the 3 of them would have a tick. That's yellow at the moment. It's not being, it's not in operation. So you can see the points we already took in manual mode coming in here now. Okay, so we're over that patch of road again. So what we're going to do is we just highlight that or hit that button. Now she goes green. That's going to start taking points every 2 meters. Okay, so let's see here now. So you can see them, they're slightly different. They're not named. So there's a point there after been taken in auto. There's probably bang on the same. So that's the manual points we took. There's an auto point, manual point, auto point, okay? So that's automatically taking points every 2 meters as I track along. If you want to stop, just stop. And it will take a point when you start and it will take a point when you stop. So anything in between it will take and your start and stop point, okay? So say if we wanted to change that from distance to time. So time, if we wanted one taken every, say, 5 seconds, for example, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever you wanted to, we'll set that to 5, change a prefix to 1. Okay. So again, reference, say this time I'm just going to select right, left, okay? So the 2 outside points, everything else is the same. So we just changed it from distance to time and the point reference. Okay, so now you can see the clock here, clock symbol, and I have the left and the right side selected as my point reference. So if I hit that button, now you see there's 2 points being taken there, okay? So every 5 seconds that's set to, it'll take another 2. And another 2, okay? So that's doing it through time. Again, it will take 2 when you stop. Then the other option is manual. So it's similar to what we were doing, but again, you can take multiple points. So say if you wanted to take the 3 points. Okay. So what you have to do is just tap that button. So after taking 2 sets of points there. See the way it's 3 actual points per log. Tap. And tap. Okay. So that's it, guys, just on store point options. Just to show you that you can go into tools again, file manager, LES test, and now you'll see the LES road test auto.csv. So that's the auto points we've taken. Okay, you can't edit that either, but like that, once that USB sync is done, that will come out onto the USB. The engineer can look at that. It opens as an Excel spreadsheet, and it'll show him all the points and coordinates that's been taken. Okay, cheers, guys. Thanks for that. Bye bye.